G'day, legends. So, Sean Strickland seems to be crashing out, crying to anyone who will listen that he is the one that is next in line for the title shot. He feels like, I don't know, Eric Cartman being banned from the all-you-can-eat buffet, crying to his mum that he wants some cheesy poofs because he's not going to be getting the next title shot. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. You think that the way that the TKO group that is now headlining the UFC, you think that the way that they've been operating lately, the fighters would start to notice these things, yeah? They are starting to prioritize hype more and more over activity, even more and more over just straight up domination, yeah? Like Bilal Muhammad had more wins than Ian Gary's wife had boyfriends, and they still put him in the corner. And I'm going back to talking about Bilal Muhammad here. They still put him in the corner and tried to sideline him for as long as possible. But now, not only has there been some meritocracy, but the hype levels that have been built around Khamzat Chimaev are insane. He squeezed the life out of Robert Whittaker's bottom teeth. It cannot be understated, right? Whereas Sean Strickland has been sitting on the sidelines, waiting for his title shot off 2 split decisions. One of them was a win against Paulo Costa, and the other one was a loss against the champion, Dricus du Plessis. Let's take a look at what Sean Strickland said to the MMA fans online. He said, "Understand one thing, you guys. I'm next in line. It's been said, it's been written. January, February, me and Dricus du Plessis are scrapping. Go back to Chechnya and wait a few months, man. Well, sorry, the UAE. You're not allowed in Chechnya. But hey, crypto scams while you wait, man." Big words from Sean Strickland. Too bad that thousands of fighters in the past have been told that they're going to be fighting for a title shot next. Bilal Muhammad, again, was literally told you'll be fighting for a title shot after Gilbert Burns. Colby Covington existed. But on top of that, news has come out that he's also sent a text message to Uncle Chael. I think that he believes if he can get in Uncle Chael's ear, then the undefeated former GOAT of the UFC will get on his YouTube channel and start making content and crossing his legs about how Sean Strickland is the one who truly deserves the next title shot. I think Sean Strickland is trying to get Chael Sonnen to get the fans to start to boost him up a little bit because Sean knows that he's losing the war. So apparently, Sean texted Chael Sonnen, said, "I'm next in line. After I beat Dricus du Plessis up, then Chimaev can step up. To the point that Chimaev is a contender, I welcome that, but I'm the one that gets Dricus next." So here's the thing, right, with Sean Strickland and where he is now. Here's the thing, you guys. Look, it does seem to me that Sean Strickland, he has turned into what we all thought Magomed Ankalaev was just a couple of days ago. Remember, not too long ago, Magomed Ankalaev had just gotten a win off Johnny Walker, and we all thought that he only wanted to fight in Abu Dhabi because of a little off-the-cuff tweet that he sent, and that he turned down UFC 300. And he did turn down UFC 300, and everyone in the fan base was giving Magomed Ankalaev a really, really hard time. Do we remember this situation that Magomed was in for the last 6 months? Well, Sean Strickland has accepted only one fight with Paulo Costa. He teeped and he jabbed his way to an incredibly boring split decision. At least Magomed got the finish over Johnny Walker. Now, Sean Strickland screams for war, but he has the most defensive style in all of the UFC. But either way, right, so we have the Magomed situation. Then you have Sean Strickland, jabs and tapes his way to a split decision. He gets offered Robert Whittaker in Abu Dhabi and turns him down. And he's also been offered Khamzat Chimaev and turned that down as well. Sean Strickland is the one that has sat on the sidelines and watched every single opportunity pass him by, while other people like Robert Whittaker and Chimaev have tried to get back in there as much as possible and put it on the line. And now that Sean Strickland has seen what Khamzat has done to Paul Robbie's bottom row of teeth, it has built a huge amount of hype around him. And Sean Strickland is scared. Let's break that down with some facts, okay? Was Sean Strickland offered Khamzat in Saudi Arabia, and did he really not want it? We have a video for that.
Were you offered that Khamzat Chimaev fight in Saudi Arabia, and why did you not go?
No, I wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia. Hang out with a bunch of burkas. I'm good, man.
Yeah.
And why did he choose not to do that? Why is he completely ignoring Chimaev's existence? Because Sean knows for a fact that Khamzat Chimaev beats the hell out of him. Sean Strickland is scared of Khamzat Chimaev. Sean told Khamzat, he begged Khamzat to be nice to him in the gym. We got a video of that as well. Let's check it out.
No, if you spar him, no, he gets a little bit, and look, a little bit, yeah, be nice. Come with us, understand, you're better than everybody, so don't hurt people.
So you've got Sean being scared of Khamzat. You've got Sean sitting out, not doing activity. And then on top of that as well, there's the performances as well, right? Khamzat has had 4 fights at middleweight. 3 of those 4 fights that he's had at middleweight have all been finishes. 3 of them have been finishes. Strickland has had 12 fights at middleweight. 2 of them have been finishes. On top of that, Khamzat is undefeated. Sean, in his last 7 fights, is 4-3. Sean has paraded himself around the internet and at sparring gyms with a bunch of influencers and short Japanese kickboxers as this real man, this tough guy who's ready to go to war with anyone. But at the exact same time, he sat on the sidelines, complained about how he's the one who deserves the title shot and he won't fight anyone else, anywhere else, until he gets it in America, while his peers have completely outshone him. So before, during, and after he won the belt, he talked about how meaningless the title was to him. He almost left it on a plane, remember? And then he dropped his belt and he broke the gold buckle on it. And he just wanted to duct tape back over it because he didn't care about it at all. He said he couldn't care less about being a UFC champion. He said he was a man of the people. And now this man of the people has turned down fights left and right, and he's going behind the scenes to message someone like Chael Sonnen, who used to have a very, very big voice in the MMA community, but he's gone and messaged someone like Chael Sonnen to try and get himself back in the picture of the title shot, rather than just stepping into the cage and say, putting on one massive performance. Maybe in February against Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya 2 could determine whether or not that night was due to an off night from Israel Adesanya or if Sean Strickland is just simply better. In fact, Izzy says he wants to fight once more before the end of the year. Sean has been sitting on the sidelines. Obviously, Sean is ready to go. Chimaev just got in a dominant performance. Why not book in something in the next 8 weeks? You could do an entire training camp. Book something in as soon as possible. This side of Christmas, Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Main event somewhere. 5-round co-main event somewhere. It's right there, ready for you to take Sean. Step up. Sean Strickland reminds me of what we thought Magomed was, but also Cyril Gane, yeah? Someone who sniffed a title once and will not let himself get back into the mix, yeah? Like Sean Strickland, I don't like that. I really don't like that he was the champion who lost via a split decision and he's not getting another title shot straight away. I don't like that at all. However, at some point, I think you have to be able to sit back and clearly see the entire battlefield and make a decision here. Sean is losing the fight for the title on every single front, with the fans, with the UFC, simply just on the numbers as well, right? Like, let's not forget that Sean, when I say with the UFC, let's not forget that Sean was offered a shot against Khamzat Chimaev or Robert Whittaker and turned it down. And that is a pain for the UFC matchmakers. They have shown recently with Magomed Ankalaev turning down fights that if you don't do favors for the UFC brass, they are not doing favors for you. And Khamzat Chimaev has favorship with the UFC brass because the Saudis are helping fund the UFC. While Sean Strickland, he's a Westerner. He has to work for his bread. He has to earn his place. He has to make the money for the UFC. The Saudis don't have to do that. The Saudis are bringing the money to the UFC. Again, is it fair? No, but it is the way it is. It's not like the US government is going to start putting money into the UFC to help UFC fighters along, okay? It's just the way that the world is working at the moment. So Sean is losing by turning down fights as well and making it a pain for the matchmakers while not bringing in any revenue. There is no front in which he is winning the battle for the title shot. The only thing that Sean Strickland can do now is get back in the cage and try and put on a performance that is the equivalent of smashing out Robert Whittaker's bottom 3 teeth. And for someone who constantly teeps and jabs, has got more decision wins than Bilal Muhammad, that is a giant mountain to climb. That is why he is crashing out online, crying to anybody that will listen that he is the one that deserves the next title shot, when day by day, that couldn't be further from the truth. Let me know what you think about that down there in the comments. Who do you want to see fight Dricus du Plessis next? Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev, and why? Put it down there. If you enjoyed this video and it's your first time here, hello, my name is Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day. I try and go live about 3 times a week. Been doing great at that lately. And if you're already on board with the channel, you boys know what to do. Help the channel grow. Let's be able to dedicate more time to this channel by hitting that like button. Until then, you guys have yourself a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.